Hi, my name is Larry Rogers. I'm the founder and owner of Hydro-Lyte. Hydro-Lyte is an electronic hard water processor that I came up with because I didn't like the way the water softeners work and there was no good alternatives out there. So we came up with this, and I'm going to show you today how it works and what the components are and the benefits of this unit. Now, first of all, we have the unit over here. This will plumb into any line that's incoming to the house, whether it's PVC, PEX, copper, doesn't make any difference. It's got a 3/4 inlet on an outlet on each side, so it can be plumbed right in. And then you have an electrical package that handles all the currents going to the unit with a tricolored LED in the center of this unit. Now this can be hung on the wall. We like to have a lead on it to where you can put it up where the client can see it, and so it can be visible. They know it's working, and also the light will change colors on the condition that the canister's in. So basically the water will come through the unit and it goes down a standpipe. And it goes around an anode. There's a carbon anode, which I'll show you in a minute, that generates positive ions, and then it comes out treated water on the other side. Now, this is very beneficial in the way that it keeps your lines clean into your house, so there's no calcifying. Your appliances will stay clean. Your ice makers won't jam up, your dishwashers, sinks, keeps your toilets cleaner, your showers, hot water heaters work more efficient, and we're seeing we get more life out of them. And if you're using the new tankless InstaHot, it's really nice because they scale up in about 4 months if you don't treat the water going into them. Very simple to hook up. We usually put a valve on the incoming side so we can shut that valve, and sometimes you can do a valve configuration on the other side, or just use the kitchen faucet to drop the pressure, because you're going to need to cut your water off, drop your pressure to remove this to clean it. Now, it does need to be cleaned about every 4 months, 6 months. You know, sometimes they're out in the field for a couple of years and people call me up and want me to come clean it. Calcium will build up into the canister and need to be serviced once in a while. Now, we go out, we offer a service contract and go out and clean that for the client or teach them how to do it themselves. You can see in here, this is about a 4-month buildup, and then we take this off and take vinegar or a mild solution of muriatic acid and water and solidify all the calcium that's built up due to the negative ionic charge that it has, and it acts as a cathode. Now, the anode on the inside is, as I said, it's generating positive ions. So you have an anode and a cathode. You got positive ionic charge, you got negative ionic charge. Now colloids, which are in the water, that's what calcium needs to form scale. So what we're doing really is we're neutralizing the colloids out with the positive ion generation, which will attack to the colloid that neutralizes it so it doesn't have the ability to get with the calcium to form scale. I'll show you a little breakdown of the system here. Of course, you have a ABS or plastic head that protects your electrical connections that come in and go to the top. Now, we only use the best products. This is marine brass that is casted and machined to the specifications that we need. And if you'll notice, it has 3/4 inch threaded on each side, so you can go in and out. And here's your standpipe that can be interchanged from side to side depending on which way your water's coming in. In the center is what we call the anode assembly. Now this anode assembly goes through the brass head. You can see up at the top, this is where the electrical connection is from your electronic package, and it generates electricity down through the anode assembly, which your solid carbon anode is screwed onto here, so it goes and it takes the charge and generates positive ions. Now, once you have that all together, then you have a 304 stainless steel canister. Now this is a good quality product. We've had these out in the field where they've been taken off and cleaned and reused. We've had them out in the field for over 20 years. So the product really doesn't wear out. The canister's high quality. The brass is not going to wear out. It's of a high quality. And the only thing that you need to be note that is going to wear out is the anode. The anode is sacrificial, so it's going to wear out about every 3 to 5 years. And usually I'll go ahead and change the anode assembly at the same time. It's easily done. The anode is a tap, and it's simply screwed onto the anode assembly, which is screwed up in the center of the head. You know, you put the canister onto the brass head that's fitted on the brass head. There's an O-ring here that forms a seal when you put that canister on there. And you want to make sure that it butts up all the way to the brass head. And then we have a spin ring. Now this spin ring is also made of casted brass and machined for us. So it's slipped on and screwed on, and that will secure the canister to the head so it doesn't leak. Now this does not have to be real tight. Once you put it on, all you got to do is hand tighten it. Now when you remove it, that's a little different. You've built up pressure, it's tightened up, so you'll want to drop the pressure. As I said, with the valve, the incoming line, you want to turn it off, drop the pressure on the downside. If you don't do that, when you're trying to remove this canister, it will not come off. So, once you have that pressure released, and then we've got a little special tool here I use. We've got holes in our spin ring. We just simply can slip that tool in that spin ring and unscrew it, and it comes right off. You want to carefully drop this down and take it and clean it. So there you have the unit. I hope I explained it fairly well to you. If you got any questions or anything, you can get a hold of me at this address or that phone number. Appreciate your time. Thanks for looking at the Hydro-Lyte.